And here we are again. So back again, continuing the slightly lighter theme than we've had recently. We're going to do Ghost from 1990, directed by Jerry Zucker, starring Patrick Swayze, Demi Moore, Whoopi Goldberg, and Tony Goldwyn. Now, it's a bit strange them choosing Jerry Zucker as the director for this. I mean, Jerry Zucker was known for comedies like Airplane and Airplane 2, so it was a bit of a bizarre left field choice, I thought, when they chose to use Jerry Zucker. But apparently the reason they did that is because the original screenplay was quite dark. So they brought him in to lighten the mood of the screenplay somewhat. The screenplay was written by Bruce Joel Rubin, and that was after he got the idea after watching Hamlet. The scene particularly where Hamlet's dad comes back and, wants revenge for his death. And that's what inspired the screenplay. He also wanted to write a screenplay from the perspective of the ghost rather than your normal perspective. One of the biggest films, the biggest grossing film of 1990, made on a budget of 22 million and grossed over 500 million globally. Won 2 Academy Awards, one for Best Supporting Actress for Whoopi Goldberg, and Best Adapted Screenplay. And it was the most rented, there you go, that's taken us back a bit, most rented film in 1991, which is quite interesting. So the Patrick Swayze role, originally they people considered for the role were people such as Harrison Ford, Tom Cruise, Tom Hanks, Bruce Willis as well, but Bruce Willis apparently turned it down because he didn't understand the role. And the Molly Jensen role for Demi Moore, that was offered to the usual people in the 80s. So Michelle Pfeiffer was offered the role, Meg Ryan was offered the role, Julie Roberts was offered the role, but, she was off doing her own thing with Pretty Woman, as we discussed earlier. Patrick Swayze was also instrumental in getting, Whoopi Goldberg the part in the film. He was a massive fan of her one-woman shows, and he basically turned around to the producers and said, unless you're cast, I'm not going to do the film. And Tony Goodwin, that played Carl Brunner in the film, who's like the villain in the film, said in an interview in 2024 that he still gets dirty looks from people now because of their hatred for his character in the film. So that's 34 years later and he's still getting hate for it. It's quite interesting. So scenes from the film that everyone knows, you've got the pottery scene that's been mimicked and ripped off in so many other things, like Naked Gun have done a similar thing. The pottery scene, which was played to Unchained Melody by the Righteous Brothers. Apparently the cast and crew all thought it was a really steamy scene, and it is one of the most famous scenes probably of the 90s. The word ditto that Patrick Swayze's character Sam Wheat says because he was uncomfortable in saying I love you, apparently, that became a cultural icon. And the sounds at the end of the film where you've got the shadow people that take away the souls of the dead. Apparently they used babies crying but played it backwards and slowed it down to make it that horrible sort of sound for it. Overall, my feelings for the film, not as strong as Pretty Woman, which I did enjoy more than Ghost. And to be fair, I did rewatch this yesterday. It's now doing the rounds in my house where I do a film for me and a film for Denise. So Ghost is one of her favourites. So we rewatched Ghost last night because it's the first time I've watched that film in well over 30 years. It's all right, but it's a 6 out of 10 for me. It's not my cup of tea, really, to be fair. It's good, but like I say, it's not my cup of tea. So 6 out of 10 for me. So that's it for Ghost. We'll be coming back with something along the similar sort of lines. We'll do that on the next one. So usual thing, give me a like, give me a repost, give me a thumbs up, give me any comments, and I'll be back to you real soon. Take care.